am I going to do with my glasses, or which child is going to snatch them off today? It's wonderful.
Call Ocala Eye today to see if you're a candidate for LASIK surgery at 352-671-1040 and see why more people are saying Ocala Eye looks out for me.
All right, 2 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice, very nice looking Friday morning. Galen is on the phone. We're going to have a chat with Galen. He's going to remind us why it's important to donate blood. Go to Life South and do that, and then just have fun with the rest of the day, which is why I think we do this segment the way we do it. I just put two and two together. You know, we have a little bit of seriousness and then a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Are you driving?
No, I'm stationary today. I got a bunch of stuff to do in town.
In Ocala?
Yeah.
So you don't have to go up to the mosquito town. Right now, apparently, Gainesville has a lot of mosquitoes.
You know, every day, everywhere you go, this time of year, you're going to have mosquitoes because it's not quite cool enough, and they're populating.
The worst mosquitoes I ever experienced was at Devil's Millhopper in Gainesville.
Really?
Oh, gosh. I went down there into this big pit. You've been there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I went down into this big pit, this big sinkhole.
Yeah, that's what it is.
When the boys were little, and were you with me that day, Robin?
No.
No. And they were everywhere. And I said, we got to get out of here. We ran up the stairs, and there's a lot of stairs there. Got to the car, looked in the mirror. I had welts all over my face from these mosquitoes. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw the aftermath on you and the boys, and that wasn't...
And I never wanted...
Was that during, like, the rain that came through? And
I don't remember. All I know is I didn't want to go back because I kept thinking it's got to be that way all the time. But eventually I did go back, and it's not like that all the time. It was just I was there on a mosquito day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have here. You can go to this website later on, 1000awesomethings.com. It's actually a blog, and the guy person who's putting it together has 670 out of 1,000 done so far. So
that's pretty awesome.
So I was reading it. And I thought, but this is kind of fun. We should just kind of do this with Galen.
There you go.
I love it.
So now the first one applies to you in your trip to New York, Robin.
Oh, okay.
These are again awesome things. When a stranger walks by and offers to take a photo of you and the person you're with, you want to take
News Now.
Well, ABC wants you to take their picture. Now.
That's right.
This is WOCA Ocala.
The source.
There you go. I'll come down here, Doug. Doug's here too, by the way.
Yeah.
Say good morning, Doug.
Good morning,
Doug.
Doug.
Good morning, Doug.
All right, the next awesome thing is when the radio host tells you to say good morning on the radio.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you have to follow their lead because the radio host knows what they're doing.
All right.
But you know what, though? Sometimes you think it's a joke. It's a trick. It's like, what?
I know.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
Why do you want me to say hello?
Okay.
What if I don't want to say hello?
Here's another thing of the 1,000 awesome things. When you're washing the car and it's hose time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the best part.
All right.
Yeah. It took a second to get that, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one, the perfect squeegee job at the gas station.
That is, when the windshield is absolutely like, I'm going to use it, glass.
It's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, that is good. That's a good one.
And you've got a woman gas attendant that was wearing a T-shirt and she's doing it.
No, that's a movie.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen in real life.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in real life.
Darn.
And by the way, and you never get that kind of squeegee at a gas station.
No, you
There's
don't.
no water, or the water's like brown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And any place where there are love bugs, the water stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The water really stinks. Love bugs are
They're
stinky
not
bugs.
loving. Yeah.
Here's another awesome thing. When you're standing in a full cafeteria with a full tray full of food and you don't see one empty table, and then suddenly a friend sees you and waves, "Come sit with me." Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Aw.
There you go.
It's good to be wanted,
Yeah, really.
except by the police.
When you another awesome thing is sneaking cheaper candy into the movie theater.
Oh, I used to do that when my kids were little. We'd bring in,
Yeah, what's awesome about that?
It's cheaper. That's why.
Yeah, well, because you get away with it.
You know
I
what?
used to
I'm going to
do
go
that,
one.
too.
I'm going to go one better. When you go to the movies and you can afford to buy the candy.
That is better. Yes, I agree. All right, now I'm going to go through 10 awesome things at once because they're all the same. Corn Pops, Trix, Sugar Crisp, Cocoa Pebbles, Grape Nuts. Oh, I don't really like Grape Nuts. Honeycomb, Lucky Charms, Cap'n Crunch, Cookie Crisp, and Honey Nut Cheerios. Those are the 10 in one.
Yeah, but it's got to be like at 10 o'clock at night, and you're like, and you actually have everything you need. You have enough cereal, and you have enough milk.
Yeah.
Because the worst is when you don't have enough of either one.
Exactly.
I mean, have you ever poured a bowl of cereal and realized that the milk was sour, or you were out?
Oh, man.
Is that like I mean, you just might as well punch somebody in the gut.
Or
It's the absolute worst
That
thing
is
in
the
world.
worst, yeah.
or
Not
that
the
the
worst
milk
thing in the world,
bottle's
but-
empty. It's like, I thought we had milk, but now it's
and
not
we put it
there.
in- yeah. Or the cereal box is empty and your kids
Yeah.
put it in there.
Right. Yeah.
You put it
And you
back
look at it
empty.
and you go, oh, that's exactly it's empty.
Ah, that's terrible.
If you want to go and wake them up and like, what are you doing? Yeah. Why would you leave this in there?
Now, I haven't had this experience in a long time, but the next awesome thing, falling asleep when the plane takes off and waking up when it lands.
Wow.
Unless it's because it's been on the ground for 4 hours. Yeah.
Wow. How could anybody do that?
It's like a magic trick.
Oh, it happens.
It's like
I've seen it.
it's
Yeah.
like when I flew a lot, which I don't at all anymore, but you're going to fly next week. You could do. So you'll be so excited, you're not going to fall asleep.
I don't ever fall asleep when I fly. I just, I got to be awake. Did you?
And I
When you
hardly
flew?
did. I hardly did.
Yeah.
But if you're really tired, you get in the
Yeah.
airplane and you're kind of used to it, and you kind of push it back a little bit. Next thing you know, it's, hey,
Oh, wow.
the seatbelt light's on again.
Gosh. Well, maybe
I
that's a
have
good
done it.
sign.
I have.
Oh, you've done that, Galen?
Yeah, that's only because I was really sick and I was flying back from Vegas one time after
Oh.
doing a trade show there, and I was just really sick.
Oh, wow.
Here's another awesome thing. Finding a styrofoam container from last night's restaurant dinner in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's a little bit,
Instead of leaving it out, yeah.
a little bit of leftovers.
Yeah.
Hey, that's from Cody's or something.
But
Right.
again, I'm going to go back to the worst thing is when you find those left over in the back seat of the car.
Yeah, the
gee.
opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
Another awesome thing. I don't know why this is on here, but taking the stairs and walking at the same speed as the guy next to you on the escalator. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
You are taking you are using energy that we don't need to be using.
Or when you find somebody and they're waiting for the elevator and you go, oh, I'm going to use the stairs, and you beat them.
right. Hold on, let me go to the phone. Good morning, you're on the air.
Hey, Larry, it's me, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, 20 years I was in the Air Force. I did a lot of flying, and I figured, it's easy to fall asleep unless you're in one of the cargo aircraft like a C-141 or a C-130, and you're sitting in the jump seats that fold down from the side of the cargo aircraft. They're not real comfortable. Hard to fall asleep in one of those.
Oh, really?
Oh, boy.
So you can't have that teleported.
You ain't traveled till you've traveled economy military. Let me tell you.
Oh, you are correct on that. Oh, I flew from
Have a good one.
Korea.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
I flew from Korea to Hawaii on a C-131 in that jump seat. That was the longest. It was, I think, 7 hours, and it was just pure torture. Yeah.
Wow.
No In-Flight magazine, you could not get the ringing out of your ears.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's no reclining. You're sitting up in a hard seat. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Another awesome thing is screaming at the movie screen.
Oh, there
Yeah, 'cause
you
you're so
go.
into it. Yeah, all right. I can
Yep.
agree with that.
Some movies, you have to be
Like what?
animated.
Like what might you scream at a movie screen?
The Shining.
I mean, what
Oh.
would you say, though? Hey, there's somebody behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was another movie? I did one recently, and I was like, wow, I couldn't believe I was into that. It'll come to me. It obviously didn't leave a mark.
Well, you said everybody cheered when they saw the Rocky movie and stuff. When you went to see the Rocky movie.
Rocky 2.
Yeah. Is that different? The screaming
I don't
and
know.
cheering?
Rocky 2 was really, everybody stood up at the end of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Making someone laugh when they've got a really full mouth is an awesome thing.
Oh, that is funny. And that does happen. That does really happen.
Sucking in your stomach just before the photo is taken.
Right?
I did that.
You do that?
Attaboy.
It's really awesome when you can find a perfect patch of grass to sit on in the park.
Now, I agree with that. That is pretty awesome.
It's awesome when you can take the price tag off in one clean peel.
That is good. I like that.
That's a challenge for everyone.
Well,
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. The moment at a concert when the crowd figures out what song they're playing. Oh, I know this one.
Yeah. Well, you would know that probably better than anybody. It's like, oh, come on, please know this song.
Yeah, because you have
Yes.
tiny cheers, and when the first few notes are hit, then all of a sudden everybody just reverberates.
Right.
It's weird.
Oh, here's a good one. Waking up to the smell of sizzling bacon.
That's beautiful.
That's another
Yeah.
awesome thing. Yes.
And then going back to bed afterwards.
Oh, somebody's cooking. Oh, that smells good.
Yeah, that makes it nice.
Unless they find out, oh, I didn't make enough for you. I thought you were asleep.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. Stepping into the shower and the water's already the perfect temperature. It's an awesome thing.
Oh, that is, because that never happens. At least for me.
Looking at how much dirt came off something you just cleaned. That's an awesome feeling. Look how much
Or
dirt.
you're semi-disgusted. Have you ever done that and you're like, I'm semi-disgusted?
Oh, yeah.
Sleeping with one leg under the covers and one leg out. That's prison, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, sometimes it can work if it's nice and cool and outside and you just want to, or it's hot under the covers, whatever. Yeah.
Right, I got it,
Sometimes you
yeah.
got to air it out.
It's
Little
real.
ventilation.
Another awesome thing from 1000awesomethings.com is shoving handfuls of popcorn into your mouth really fast and spilling it everywhere.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay.
I did that.
When you finally untangle a really big knot.
Now that's awesome. I concur.
That was my job, part of my job. I felt like all I did was shine brass and mess with flags. And,
Right.
so I've untangled many a knot. The key, Larry, because I've studied this, is to not pull. All right? When you pull, it just gets tighter.
I know.
I'm just going to let you know. I know that's
I
stating
know
the
it's
obvious.
crazy. Well, we had to have a really long Ethernet cable here when we first were setting things up here. And so Joe found one. And how do these things get tied up into other things? I don't know.
Yeah.
So we gave the job to Doug to untangle it.
That's right. Doug was very diligent, too. He did a great job.
Little by little, it finally came apart. And I helped
Yeah.
him
That's the key.
the last little bit of it.
Yep, Doug did a great
Hold on, the
job.
phone has rung. Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning, it's Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Doug. Everybody needs a good detangler. And that's a great skill to have. Absolutely. Listen, the one about having one leg out and one leg under the sheet or the blanket.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, the leg that's out or the foot that's out, that's called the regulator to keep your temperature regulated.
Really?
Really?
Oh.
Right.
Doesn't everybody call that you having your regulator out?
It's a regulator.
Regular.
Yeah, I thought everybody knew about the regulator.
I had no idea.
guess not.
No clue. And now I'll have to know.
Oh,
And then,
okay,
and then
well,
for me,
that's my contribution for the morning. Yes, I'm sorry, Galen.
Beautiful.
What?
and then your other leg is for me. It's on my wife because it's freezing.
There you go.
One is hot, one is cold.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren.
Oh, dear. Okay, bye.
All right, the next awesome thing is finding that last piece of a puzzle and popping it in.
Yeah, that's great. Again, I'm going to go the opposite. Is when you can't find that last piece of puzzle.
Oh, that's
How
frustrating.
discouraging is,
Right.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, you refuse to clean up the puzzle
Right?
until you can find said piece because the second you do, it's going to pop up. You're like, oh!
Exactly.
And you never want to do the same puzzle twice, unless you're 7.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Exactly right.
That is really true, Galen.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. I hope I don't get in trouble for this one, but my wife hates that in the middle of the night when it's dark and she has to use the bathroom and I forget to put the toilet seat down.
Ooh.
Wow, you're not. I'm surprised you're still married. I mean,
It only happened a couple of times. But
you must do a lot of other things really well to compensate for that.
well, I tell you one thing, it wakes dogs up.
I bet it does.
Now, I'm sure
all right,
she
thank
wakes
you.
Did you
up
point
after-
out the light switch? I mean, did you? Oh, he hung up.
Well, we
I'm
don't ever
sure.
look. We don't ever look.
I don't
you know.
understand why you wouldn't look.
Well, we just assume it's because, we've got, that's the way it is.
I look at every seat before I sit on it.
They assume, Larry, that you're properly trained. But I'm surprised she doesn't wake him up and beat him. My wife beat me until I figured it out physically.
Is that how your mom? I mean, is that how little girls are taught how to use the toilet? Don't look, just back up to it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I don't understand that.
Well, we like the fancy things on the commode lid, so I always make sure all, both pieces are shut and everything, and they never stay that way. And
Where's the
sometimes
dog
that
gonna drink?
happens to me.
You know the toilet seat cover? You know the worst thing about a toilet seat cover?
What's that?
First of all, it performs no function. Secondly, it's a toilet seat. Well, you can't fancy up a toilet seat. Secondly, it prevents you from actually lifting the lid and not having to have your hand hold it up.
That's right.
And women, they don't know what that problem is.
That's right.
And let's be honest, there's no way a man created the toilet seat cover.
I'm with you.
Right?
I'm with you.
It's right up there with the bed skirt, indoor plants, and lamps. The only reason a man would have any of those things in his house is if a woman put it there.
Indoor plants and lamps.
Or he thought he could get a woman to come over to his house if he had those things.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
Back in our cave, we don't have any of those things.
That's right.
That's right. You guys have night vision.
We got flashlights.
No, you have overhead light switches. Yeah. Now, if the room doesn't have a lamp, we'll deal with that. We'll buy something that doesn't have a shade. Because, we don't need mood lighting. We look the same no matter what the lighting is.
All right, here's another awesome thing. When the light turns green just as you're approaching the intersection.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Let's see. I don't understand that one. All right, here's another one. Passing under a bridge on the highway when it's pouring rain. That's an awesome thing.
And you just get that stop.
Yeah. Yeah, you get that feeling.
I'm good. I love sound effects on the radio, Larry.
That's good. Foley. I like Foley.
Yeah. You do a good job too. People like it when you do that do.
Well, it's only funny once in a while.
That was a long time ago.
That
Yeah,
was like
but-
a superhero thing or something.
That was
right?
the superhero
Superpower?
thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And people love that.
We remember that stupid things, but we can't remember important things. Like I can still remember you talking about the volcano eruption.
The volcano, yes. Doug,
Right,
Doug predicted
Doug
one.
his headache.
Right, he did.
Doug gets a headache, and the next thing you know, there's a volcano somewhere on the planet.
Right, exactly. Just like Mount Vesuvius.
We were trying to figure out, Doug, if you actually can predict, or are you causing the volcanoes?
That's a good question.
We're going to have to do some further research on that.
Well, actually, I do think I'm causing it.
You're causing it. When you get a headache, you cause. Okay.
Well, stop. Millions of people die from volcano eruptions and lava. Well, maybe not millions.
Because
Maybe
it's
one or two.
gas for the UFOs.
Oh.
Oh, it's gas for the UFOs. Well,
That makes sense.
You can't let them crash.
No.
Well, maybe that's why they keep coming back.
All right, here's another awesome thing. Laughing so hard, you make no sound at all.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that hurts too when you're laughing that hard. It does.
Doing the moonwalk in your socks is an awesome thing.
Well, you can't really do it in like tennis shoes.
Or on carpet.
The
Learning the moonwalk is a really cool thing.
It's hard.
It is. If you learn from Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another cool thing is the smell of Play-Doh. It's a cool thing, an awesome thing. I mean,
I hate the smell of Play-Doh.
Really?
I'm one of those guys. Yeah.
Me too, Galen.
I love the smell.
you know, there's
No, you know what? One of my favorite smells that when it hits you, you're like, there it is. Opening up a tennis ball can.
yeah,
Oh.
yes, yeah, I know that smell.
Right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
is that one of those smells that the second I say it, you instantly get it?
Got it. Yeah, right away. Yeah.
There aren't that many of those.
I often wonder why tennis balls
Play-Doh
are
is
sold that
one.
way.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you mean like an air freshener? Tennis ball.
Why do they vacuum pack tennis balls? What's the purpose of that?
Well, I do know this one. It's because what they want to do is the more air that escapes from inside the ball, the less it bounces. And so that's why they're constantly recycling them. And so you could open up a can, never use them, and put the top back on, and they would slowly become less and less bouncy.
Really?
Oh, I had never known
Yeah.
that.
Never knew that.
Yeah, it's something to do with the glue that's inside them. Yeah,
Wow. That's pretty fascinating stuff.
By the
that's
way,
also where the smell comes
Oh.
I have another awesome thing that's not on this list. It's when I leave. There's an awesome experience for anybody who's out in the parking lot looking for a really close spot.
Yeah.
As soon as I get in the car, there's like people. Whoa, there's a spot right
Yeah.
at the front.
Yeah. It's their awesome moment right there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an awesome
Until you
thing.
pull in and you realize it's a handicap. Oh,
Oh, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry, Robin, and Galen, and good morning to you, Mr. Doug.
Thank you. You too.
Hey, Larry, you were just talking about the awesome thing about the laughing when you don't make a sound.
Uh-huh.
I think one of the most awesome things in the world is that baby belly laugh.
Right.
You know, when the baby
Yes.
gets to laughing.
Yes.
I don't think there's a person on the world that's got a heart that won't laugh with them.
That's true. Yeah.
That's awesome. Have a good day, y'all.
Thank you.
That is cool. That's a nice memory for me. Never thought about that.
Let's see. When you step on a freshly frozen puddle and the ice cracks, that's an awesome thing.
That is cool. I used to do that a lot up north. I just love that feeling. It's so neat.
It's really awesome when a big chunk of earwax randomly falls out of your ear.
Ew.
Ooh,
That is disgusting.
yes.
Galen, you still there?
actually listed.
What is? Say it again.
That what you just said is actually on that list.
I swear it is. I'll roll back to see it. Robin, can you see it? Earwax.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Isn't
Yeah.
that kind of disgusting?
It's very disgusting.
It's so kind of, the smell of an old hardware store is an awesome thing.
I love that.
Smell of an old hardware store.
There's one in Bellevue.
Yeah.
That hardware store in 441. It's still there.
This
I
might
just
be
love
only
that smell.
relatable to Galen. Taking your high heels off at the end of the night and walking home in bare feet.
Okay.
Oh, I mean Robin. I didn't mean Galen. I meant Robin. I knew I said something wrong.
Larry, we've all had those nights that we wish to forget. But at the same time,
That's
there
funny.
is something nice about running your toes about a nice, rich, full carpet. I don't know what else to do with that.
Let's see.
I can just picture you, Galen. I got to take off my heels now.
Wait for you to say.
What am I supposed to do with that
My
information?
brother Kenny used to do that on the hot pavement.
The quiet satisfaction of settling the group bill after dinner. Settling the group bill.
You mean you paying for it?
Yeah.
I guess
One
so.
person paying for every. Yeah, I like that feeling. Don't you, Larry?
Sure.
Like that feeling?
I like being the one who pays for it, though. I don't like
Yeah.
I don't like when somebody else picks it up.
No.
So you don't like to be indebted to someone.
I don't know if it's that. I just feel like, oh, come on, I could have paid for my own meal, you know.
Yeah.
I think people
So
hate
you
when I
wanna-
do it, though.
Right. You want to pull everybody else from that feeling.
That's exactly
It
right.
also depends, like if now, is there anything better than like the first time you take your parents out to eat or something and you can pay for it?
That is cool. Yeah.
or the first time you go shopping and you eat your own food that you paid for with your own money that you earned.
It's been so long.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's really
No, but
nice
I mean, those
to
are
pay
the kind
for
of.
your own
I mean, I
stuff.
still remember. I'm like, those are the great feelings, and you feel like I'm a man, or I'm a woman.
Exactly.
I don't know, whatever.
Here's another awesome thing: when you get 3 cherries at the casino.
Oh, I bet.
I'm pretty sure like golden bells may be better, but I'll take cherries.
What does cherries win you?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
A night of ecstasy.
Is that
You know, it depends. Like in Vegas, I know it's cherries are pretty rare.
I bet they are.
You know what my cherries in Las Vegas?
Right.
Women
Oh no.
give you cocktails.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Finding that record you've been looking for. This is an Austin thing.
Oh, it is. It's still true today. We kept
Celebrating your dog's birthday even though he knows nothing about what's going on. Galen, we went to this thing yesterday at 326 Market. You should. I mean, there was a group there with large, very large Great Danes.
Yep, 3 of them.
So let me paint a picture for you. This was an awesome thing. The first Great Dane was there, and I didn't know there would be others. The first Great Dane is there, and there's a lady walking it around, and the Great Dane is. I'm standing on all fours. Is almost as tall as the lady walking the dog.
Yeah.
If the dog stood on its back hind legs, it would have been way taller than the lady. All of a sudden, the dog gets happy, real excited, and he's looking across the little field there, and I look to see what he's looking at. It's another Great Dane. And so the lady with that Great Dane comes to the first lady, and the 2 dogs, yeah, hey man, how you doing, baby?
Yeah, they're so happy.
They're so happy, looking at each other, jumping, pawing each other. And the 2 ladies are just talking, like civilized people.
Right.
But the dogs were all over each other. It's like, that's great.
And then there was a 3rd Great Dane that came on the scene, and they were all so happy talking. We put up their picture on Facebook, so on the WCA site.
All right, the last awesome thing is when you have a rib sale to raise funds and you sell out.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good day.
Yeah.
And that happens every year with the Ocala Rotary and the Shriners and all the other groups that have ribs. They just go like hotcakes.
I guess selling the last one means you've met the goal, right? You've reached the goal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unless you ate them all.
Oh, God. There's usually a ton of those ribs. All right, let's. It's a phone call coming in. Let me take one call, and then we'll talk to Galen about the serious purpose he comes on the air with us each day. It's Friday, so don't be too serious today. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, they forgot one on that list.
What is it?
Turning on your radio in the morning and hearing Larry and Robin.
Aw.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. How come they forgot that?
I think maybe they didn't know about it.
You know what? Maybe they didn't forget it. Maybe they just haven't had the pleasure of tuning in and
That's
hearing.
probably, yeah. Thank you,
That's
Lauren.
it.
Thank you, Lauren.
Okay, bye. Bye.
That's one thing you and I will never have. All 3 of us. We'll never have that moment.
No. Because if you listen to it recorded, it's not the same. It's like, oh, that was horrible. You could have done so much better with that opportunity.
That's funny. Every once in a while. The other one the other day with the ponytail one.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
That was a good one.
That was funny.
That one has played in my head. Unfortunately, it's on no tape anywhere. I couldn't find it. I wanted to put it online.
I'm kind of glad.
Really?
It was funny.
It was.
But it'll be better. It'll get just more funny as we forget it and remember, and it'll become funnier.
Robin, we need a segue from awesome things to donating blood.
One of the most awesome things in the world is to go unselfishly to Life South Community Blood Centers and give your blood so another person can live. So go to Life South, chat it up with all of the staff, donate blood, get a cookie and juice, and find out how you can become an ambassador and be on the bone marrow donor listing. That is at the top of the most awesome things in the world list.
There you go. You know what's an awesome thing for us? When we have like a guest who's like a really prominent guest, and the guest says, "This is the best interview I've done."
Yeah.
And I love that when they say
Yeah.
that. We had that the other day from, what's her name?
Oh, Delia Ephron.
Delia Ephron.
Yeah.
All right, Galen, where is the Bloodmobile today?
The Bloodmobile today, Larry, is actually at the Publix.
Which Publix?
On Northeast, so it's on 40 East, sorry.
Oh, okay, on 36th Avenue and East Silver Springs Boulevard. Yeah.
Correct.
And if you can't go over there, which I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, you can go
obviously, Larry, that's why we put the bloodmobile
just a few blocks west of there. Am I doing the right directions? You will find where we used to broadcast from, the Cascades. Now leasing some space that used to be occupied by us.
That's right.
And go right next door to the Cascades. That's where Life South is on Silver Springs Boulevard. Where is it in Dunellen, Robin?
Right next door to Sweet Bay.
Sweet Bay.
See, now that's another awesome thing. Hearing Galen say, Sweet Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left me out there all by myself.
I've done that for a while now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, where the heck did Larry go? Nobody has called and asked Robin to do it seductively in a while.
That's right. Galen, where are you going this weekend? Anything fun?
Yeah, actually, I'm going down to visit some friends down in South Florida, and we're going to spend the weekend down there, and I'm really looking forward to it. Haven't seen them in a while, and our kids will play all weekend, and we can hang out have some adult conversation.
And beverage.
And beverages, that's right.
Any important games this weekend? Sports games?
Not really. I mean, the Major League Baseball playoffs don't start till next week, and I'll be a lot more stressed out then.
But did the Yankees do poorly? I mean, this is coming from me.
They missed the playoffs. They didn't necessarily do poorly. They had so many injuries, and I hate the Yankees, but I respect the heck out of them. And they'll be back next year, but they missed the playoffs for the first time in 18 years, I think.
Oh wow!
I thought something had happened like that. I don't really keep up with that stuff. But.
Sure.
But some guy retired last night, and apparently that was
Mariano Rivera, the greatest closer of all time. A lot of respect for that guy. He's a hard guy to hate. He did everything everything he did with class.
They said he took a handful of dirt to keep as a souvenir.
Wow.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us do that when they had the kids' day when they could run around.
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't let your knee go on that blade of grass either. They yelled at you.
And the reason is if everybody pulled a scoop of dirt, there'd be no more dirt left.
right.
And they'd be selling it on the internet.
Galen, you have a great weekend. Thank you for having fun with us as you do and for doing the great important part of what you do. And have a great fun weekend. Be careful driving to South Florida.
All right, thanks. You guys are the best.
All right.
Bye,
we'll talk to you on Monday. We'll take a little break, and let's see. Mike Huckabee's coming up. After Mike Huckabee, we'll do the news bites.
Okay.
Do news bites, so abbreviated news. This is The Source, WOCA. Hang in there. Here comes Mike Huckabee.
This is the Huckabee Report for Friday. I'm Mike Huckabee from North Little Rock, Arkansas. Next week, the government could run out of money and shut down. But contrary to what they believe in Washington, that doesn't mean the earth is going to stop turning. Details next. Police called and broke the bad news to Charles. His personal and financial information was found on an identity thief's computer disk. Nervous and confused, Charles called LifeLock, the industry leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock went into action, uncovering multiple fraudulent credit applications the identity thief was trying to open in his name. LifeLock shut him down and helped him restore his good name and credit. Charles found out the hard way that identity theft is a global crime, a crime that's become so complex you just can't fight it alone. Stories like this remind me why I chose to protect myself and my family with LifeLock Ultimate. Don't wait for a call from the police before you take action. Do what I did.